Welcome back to the Locally Unknown podcast. We got this weird dude. I think Tony's a little iffy about you because he's sniffing the stuff out you.
Just smell delicious.
But no, he's just looking at me. But yeah, finally got you on. Flake-tastic Fernando.
It's been a long time coming.
It has been. We've been talking about this. You were actually the one to start the one to get me going with the idea of a podcast.
I got the juices flowing.
Yeah, and then you just kind of flaked out on the podcast. Well, yeah, I'd say you flaked out.
Well, some of us have things to do during the week.
Yeah, I was jobless. Yeah.
I wasn't going to go there, but
I was. No. I mean, that was partly why, but that's not why you flaked out. This dude was like, hit me up, so-and-so. And I was like, all right. I remember sending you a Snapchat of the microphones. I was like, bro, we're getting ready. No snap back.
But if we're being honest, how long have you been friends? Maybe 4?
No.
Longer than that.
I started working at Walmart in I graduated 07, 8,
I started
9, maybe 9 or 10-ish.
I started in 2010, I think, is when I started.
Yeah, I was probably there maybe a little after you.
I started 2011 because in 2010 was my first semester of college, and I was at Wayland, and then I transferred my second year at South Plains, so that was 2011. So a little bit now. But anyways, with that said, where I'm getting at with this, in this 6-7 year span of our friendship, let's be honest, it's not the first time I disappear.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's right. That's right. You haven't.
If anything, this is the fastest I ever reappear.
Yeah, we've gone like months, like without, even just checking in on each other. That sounded weird. I think we got to put some more like energy behind our voice. This is kind of sounding. I don't know how it sounded to you. It's not really sounding very fun to me.
Well, you want to start out being all sad and like your bitter ex-girlfriend. So of course it sounds sad.
Wow, I don't know how to come back to that. This dude just gonna go there. Okay. All right. Well, anyway. How was your day, man? You have a good day?
Man, on my days off, I pretty much drop my son off at school. Sometimes I go to the gym. Some in between that period, and if I don't,
we're recording this at 10:30 at night. By the way, we were supposed to record this at like what 6, 7
after the jiu-jitsu
and
practice.
He was supposed to have worked out at like 2, I think, is when we talked.
Right.
Apparently he didn't work out. He took like a cat nap or something.
A power nap.
Didn't work out until 7, and then had to push this back.
Right.
I mean, at least he told me what he was doing. This time he didn't flake out,
Well, typically what happens, my schedule when on my days off, drop my son off at school, go eat breakfast. Sometimes I go work out while he's at school. Sometimes I take a nap, wake up, think about going to the gym, and by the time I decide I'm going to, it's time to pick him up. I don't go to the gym. So he has either jiu-jitsu practice or stand-up. They're on opposite days.
What's stand-up?
Well, right now he does Sandow.
What is that?
It's like I don't know if it's. I want to say it's a Chinese martial art, but I mean it's identical to kickboxing.
Oh, really?
Just with a little more throws and a little more wrestling. It's pretty interesting, pretty good. He started out in boxing first, because Sandow kind of lacks the traditional Western boxing part, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so he usually does that from 4:30 to 5:30. And so we go, and if I don't go to the gym prior to that, or at 5:30, we get out, we go eat, and then I go to the gym, which just so happens what I did today. And so why I'm here so late.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wackest explanation ever, you're. Did you do any like boxing,
I did a little
karate,
bit
or
of,
anything back in the day?
I did a little bit of boxing and a little bit of jujitsu. Not enough to, actually sit
To
here
like
and tell
get
you.
in the MMA and just
Yeah,
start.
I can't tell you I'm this great practitioner, but I mean, I know more than the average Joe, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I know a Joe. I don't know if he's average or not. A little bit weird,
He's
but
well below average. Let's be honest.
what's up, buddy?
I mean, out of all the Joes I know, he's the worst,
But
and he's the only one I know.
so you got a kid.
Yeah,
I got one kid. I mean, he's a dog, but
some people would not call
I
that
treat him. I treat him like he's a kid. I've been told that he's not a kid, and I was like, I know he's not a kid, but I can leave my kid outside. What can he do with your kid?
Well, I can do the same. It's frowned upon,
Yeah.
but I can do the same.
And now it's frowned upon to leave my kid in a vehicle.
Well,
But I mean,
I'm not a fan of putting dogs in vehicles anyways. It's just makes the car dirty. Leaves hair everywhere. And after a while, it gets kind of hard to take the hair out.
Yeah, I can attest to that. But I mean, that's my dude. I can't just leave him out in the bed of the truck. I mean, I could, I guess, but I mean,
But anyways,
he'd
how's
probably put me in the bed of the truck. But I don't know.
enough about your dogs because they don't care about you. Believe it or not, I know they do.
Don't ask me about work, 'cause I don't feel like talking about work.
I want to know how's it going.
It's not too bad. I started working at Fiesta Motors.
Have you not talked about it
About
yet?
a month ago. Yeah, I did the last one with Christian. I kind of just touched on it. But I mean, I've been now a week longer, so I've probably been there about a month now.
What
but,
have you found the most difficult part of sales?
Selling. I found out I'm not good at selling. I mean, I've only been there a month. This is literally my first ever sales job. I've learned that it's hard to get people to buy a vehicle. It's hard because I come from the oil field. I've told you this before, but I mean, I got to reiterate it. But like I come from the oil field to where if there's a problem, you go fix it. And in sales, if there's a problem, you can't fix it. You can't. Like with them not having enough money for a down payment, or them not having proof of income, or them not having good credit, you can't fix that.
There are things you can't fix, 110%. But I think what the real difficulty is, it's easy to fix an inanimate object. Something.
There's like a leak. Yeah.
Something needs to be tightened. You tighten this. It needs to be replaced. You replace it. But when you're dealing with another breathing, thinking human being who is already kind of iffy about a big purchase,
Yeah.
as soon as an obstacle comes up, they want to bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had like enough customers to actually see that, but I've seen it like with the other salesmen.
Mm-hmm.
Like they got like today, this lady came in. She was supposed to come in next week. She didn't have her full down payment, so which is why she was going to come in next week. But what was I going to say? Wait for it. Wait, it's there. Yeah, she was supposed to come in next week. So she came in. She's like, hey, I just want to look at what I can get. I was like, okay. And we're like, Fiesta's a buy here, pay here. You know, you kind of buy in the range that you qualify for.
Right.
And so I was like, all right. So I was just like taking her out. Tony, no, leave him alone. I was taking her out, just looking at. She didn't qualify for like pickups.
Mm-hmm.
So I was taking her just to look at the SUV. She's like, well, can I get this with what I put down? I was like, well, we'd have to run numbers. And I don't want to tell her yes because we have like a high turnover rate of vehicles.
Right.
And if she likes say she liked like a RAV4, and there's no telling if it was going to be there, the next day or, even within an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I mean, you could, but I don't want to tell you yes and then it not be here. It's like, oh, okay, well, do I qualify for this? Well, what vehicles can I look at? Can I get a car? I really want a truck. I was like, lady, like, I can't, like, I really cannot just give you answers for all the stuff that you want. But in the end, she didn't want to pay. She was like, well, my payments need to be under $400. I was like, okay. I was like, well, we can do, it's our payment, the way we usually mold them is bi-weekly. They're about a couple $100. If you get our insurance, it's going to be about $115. So if you do a couple hundred, no. Bi-weekly, it's still broken in half. Okay. It's just $115 a month. But I started doing the math, and I think I messed up by doing it on my phone because she could see it.
Yeah.
And
that's the no.
Well, she's like, I don't want to pay $500-600 a month. I was like, okay, but if you think about it, on the high end, because I don't think she had like much stuff on her credit, which didn't really help her out. Even with, Tony's like munching out over there, but even with me saying a couple hundred bi-weekly, that's already $400,
Yeah.
And then if she gets the insurance, that's going to be $500. And she was like, well, I don't want to pay that much. I was like, okay, well, I mean, that's kind of like, unless you got like good credit, you're probably going to get, even then, you'd probably get a higher priced vehicle, which you'd still be about the same price.
And the problem, most time we can buy a pickup, going to what she wanted, that's an expensive vehicle.
Well, but why? Because you come from sales. Why are pickups more harder, or why are they harder to get than like cars and stuff?
Because they're more expensive. If you can buy a $30,000 vehicle or a $15,000 vehicle, it's harder to qualify for the 30.
But I mean, I guess that's true, but like, because we're a used car thing, but they say that the pickups would require like more of a down payment, or like they'll say, oh, so and so doesn't have like pickup money. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Well, what they mean is she says she want to be in the $400 range. That's not a pickup range.
But
that's a Ford Fusion range.
What if like the pickup was crappy but costs the same as that Ford Fusion?
Well, I mean, if she wants to buy a 1999 Chevy Silverado, then
we had like an 07-ish, somewhere around there, like single cab Chevy pickup, and it was pretty cheap.
What's cheap?
I say cheap, but it was like 4-ish, 5-6 grand, somewhere around there.
Oh, that's really cheap.
Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with it. I mean, don't ask me what was wrong with it, but
relatively speaking, when they say they don't have pickup money, when you're buying a pickup,
it's usually more
payments are going to be higher.
Well, yeah,
because it's a more expensive vehicle.
Yeah.
So that's what they mean by they don't have a pickup money.
I don't know. It's just
it's hard to get customers sometimes to understand. This isn't always the case. They want a $30,000 vehicle, but they only want to pay $400 a month for 5 years. That doesn't add up. I don't know where they learn to do math, but it doesn't add up.
Yeah, I've noticed that most people, I don't know if it's Lubbock. I doubt it's just in Lubbock, but most people don't put like two and two together.
No.
Oh, that lady. She left, came back, decided to test drive like 8 or 9 different vehicles. I wasn't helping her.
Yeah, that's where they messed up. When you start letting customers,
but I think because he had another customer come in that had like $3,000 to put down, and I think he let her just try the vehicle so she'd get out of the way so he could talk and and help that other customer, but she kept like coming back pretty quick, and she didn't know how to park either. Like you know how you back up vehicles into a spot? She was like just pull in and it'd be all like crooked and stuff. But I've figured out I'm not very good at sales.
Well, he probably already knew she wasn't a buyer. That's why he threw it to you.
Yeah. Well, she ended up like saying that she was going to get a vehicle, and then backed out at the last minute because her first payment wasn't going to be when she wanted it. And then he was like, well, we can work with you like on the date of the first payment. She's like, okay. And then later she's like, no, I'm just going to leave. And he was like, all right. So he did like probably a half a day's worth of work on that one lady.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm just there like, that sucks. And she calls after she leaves, maybe like 15 minutes after she leaves, and says, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and get that vehicle. He's like, all right. So he finishes the paperwork that he already had started, and she doesn't come back.
Of course.
And it's like probably an hour before we're supposed to close.
Yeah.
Never came back. I'm like, that's jacked.
Well, one of the big... I'm not a fan of car sales.
What the hell?
But one of the... At least all the car...
Rambo. Leave him alone.
All the car companies I've worked for... And one of the big things, they say, don't let them out the door. Don't let them out the door. Don't let them out the door. Reason being, one, you feel bad as the salesman because you feel like you're holding them captive.
Mm-hmm.
But the method to the madness is if you let them go, they're probably not coming back.
Yeah.
There's a good likelihood they're not coming back.
I had my manager tell me, he's like, he's like, not grab something, but like get something like their ID or maybe like their down payment.
Yeah.
It's like, so when they say they're going to have to leave, say you left it in my office, and then go in there and be like, hey, they're wanting to leave.
Yeah.
And then so he comes out and he's, tries talking to him and stuff. But I can't, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe just because maybe I've only done it a month. Like literally, like car sales is a month. It's like, that's what I have as experience.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I don't want to do that to people because I would hate for them to do that to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the big thing. Already as a car salesman, you got a bad rep.
Mm-hmm.
You're looked as a bad guy. You're looked as a sleazy guy, even if you're not. That's just...
It's kind of like how like regular people look at like the stockbrokers or whatever. Like
Yeah, that's just the way you're seen. And if you have the kind of conscience you do, you want to treat them the way you want to be treated as a customer, but they're already starting out not trusting you. So it's hard to meet them at a certain level because there's already that mistrust as soon as you open your mouth.
Yeah. And Tony, get a straw, bruh. But yeah, it's hard. Like I found that I'm not a very good salesman because of that. Hell, I remember one time my only full sale, because I did it was a half sale. But that dude was taking off. He had a funeral, so he was like, "Hey, will you finish this deal for me? And you get half." I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." This is my first one. I did it. That lady didn't seem very happy because that's really all she could get into.
Yeah.
And before I went back into the manager's office and started doing the paperwork, I was like, "Are you sure this is what you want?" And like, there's a salesman that's been there for like ever. He's like kind of just like looking at me, like the confused dog, like they cock their head to the side.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, yeah, I mean, that's all I get you." I was like, "All right, like, I'm just asking you if is this what you want?" She's like, "Yeah, well, I mean, it's all I could get, and I need a vehicle." I was like, "All right." I went in there, finished the deal and everything. And then later, probably a week later, he's like, "Oh, yeah, Mingo's over there almost talked himself out of the deal." I was like, "I didn't try talking myself out of the deal. If she don't want the vehicle, I'm not going to put her in it."
Right.
Like, that's not me. Like, if I don't want, like, a used vehicle or something or whatever, I don't want that salesman to push me into it.
Right.
And, I mean, I wouldn't do that to anybody because I think that's... first, I think me morally, which is probably why I'm not a very good salesman. I have morals. I don't want to put anybody in a car that, like I said, like they just that they don't want, that they're not sure of.
Yeah.
I'd rather have them just save their money and go spend it on something else.
No, I understand that.
I mean, I shouldn't have asked her if she was sure, but I mean,
right, and it's just the dealership you're at. It's at the buy here, pay here place. So the customers that you're getting, the position they're in is kind of a weird position where the decisions they've made, or who knows what's happened to them, but where they're at in their lives right now, they're kind of stuck in a position where they kind of got the shit end of the stick.
mm-hmm.
They want the higher class stuff, but they're not in that position where they can make that decision.
Yeah.
And you feel bad because you don't want to put them in a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
But the world is telling them all you deserve right now is a bucket.
Yeah.
It's a
and I don't want to be part of the that group of people that kind of like point and like, hey, you can't afford that. Like, I don't want to be that dude. Like that's, and I probably messed up getting this job, but I mean, or taking it, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe I've talked some people out of vehicles that they shouldn't have got.
Would you do another sales job after this?
If it wasn't in vehicles, maybe if it was like new vehicles, maybe like go to like work at Ford or a Chevy dealership or something. But I don't think maybe I would sell like their used vehicles too, but like maybe because I've driven like some of the vehicles that we have on our lot, and I mean we have some good looking vehicles and nice vehicles, but I don't know. Maybe it's just like the stigma of being like a buy here, pay here thing. I feel like I'm talking bad about the company.
You're not talking bad about them because you're not saying anything that people don't already associate with a buy here, pay here.
Yeah.
That's just what
I mean, it's. I would say this. I do like the people, but maybe it's just like the stigma I still have that's in my head. Yeah. It being like a used car lot.
Yeah. I always felt like that, just being a car salesman, period. I don't know.
And you know
That's
what I hate? I hate because there was like weekends when me and my dad would hang out and we would go to used car lots, like the one by Best Buy, like the I think it's like, I can't remember. I don't know, but they have like the old Corvettes and stuff.
The plastic one?
Yeah. Classic cars, I think, isn't it?
I think that's right, yeah.
You go and you kind of just walk around, you look at like the old Corvettes, the new Corvettes, they always have like an old like Camaro or something, and then you go to other car lots or like the used, but it's like connected to like maybe like a Toyota dealership or something.
Yeah.
Or like Rager. You couldn't go to Rager without somebody coming up to me. Hey man, how's you doing? Yeah. What's going on? And you know what? It's like going to Buckle. You go into Buckle at the mall and like their salesmen are like on you.
Yeah.
Hey man, you like that shirt? I'm like, nah, I just picked it up. Like I was getting the shirt underneath it. Oh yeah, we got so many sizes. I was like, bruh, like leave me alone. I want to shop by myself. And like I get pushed like to go talk to the people that just like their wheels just touch that upward curve to get into our lot. And I'm like let them pull in, like, let them look around or something. They're like, well, if you don't get them, you're not going to get a sale or you're missing a sale. I'm like, man, I would just want to like look, peacefully. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel going, like just to waste time, maybe, I just hate getting like bugged.
Well, me personally, and I just think it's the generation or the era we live in now. When I went to buy my car, I knew what car I was getting. I had a selection of 3 cars at that dealership that I knew I was going to get. Now it would just depend on price point or down payment, price point, and all that at that point.
Yeah.
So I already knew what I was going to get, and and I picked 3 to make sure if one wasn't there, 2 would be. So, and I think
you would do that much research before going?
Oh, before I bought my car, I spent a good 3 months looking. easily.
Like on the internet, or you'd go to
Yeah.
lots?
No, on the internet.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't want to get bugged.
Yeah.
So I spent a good 3 months looking. And so when I decided what I wanted, I knew.
Mm-hmm.
I went, this one I want to test drive. Boom.
Yeah.
I was in and out in like 2 hours. And for the car business, that's fast.
Yeah.
That's fast. Because I was in finance.
Especially for like a big dealership.
Yeah.
Because ours, I think we can probably do it in like 45 minutes, an hour.
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing, I don't ever know what I'm doing. But
Yeah. So yeah, because I got mine out of Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I got there at 9. Test drove my car. Went through all the bullshit with the salesman. His whole little spiel of, well, this is what we can do for you. Slip paper. Be quiet. You know.
Yeah.
The typical stuff. And the whole finance, everything. And at 9, I was out by 11. So, because I already knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I think most customers nowadays, outside of, I think, of your realm, because those customers don't know what they can qualify for.
Yeah.
Because of the position they're in. But like at bigger dealerships, I think most customers kind of have an idea what they want. They have an idea, at least with cars.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Well, I want to get back into sales. Never cars again, though.
You ever thought about doing sales in like the oil field?
Yeah, but I just don't have the knowledge. Like I said, man.
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
I've been in the oil field for, almost a year now, but it's just all the water side. I'm sure.
There's not really much to sell on there, is there?
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. I don't know. I'm sure I'd learn it. But
Yeah.
I don't want to be oil field.
It's more, I think it's more annoying to oil field workers when somebody that doesn't know gets a sales job.
Right.
Like they have no experience in what they're selling.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the people that are experienced start asking for stuff and they're like, well, we don't know, you know, let me ask. And they're like, dude, you're a salesman, which what frustrates me, like, with just different stuff. Like when I went to buy my Apple Watch, I was like, hey, can I put music on this? I didn't want the one that had the cell phone connected to it. And he was like, well, you got to have the cell phone connectivity, and then you got to have Apple Music. You got to subscribe. And I was like, I don't want to subscribe to Apple Music. Like, I don't do subscriptions. I just won't use it. Can I? And then they were trying to get me to get the cell phone, the one with the cellular. And I was like, are you sure I can't put music on it? They're like, yeah, you got to have the cellular, you got to, it'll stream. I'm like, if you want, you can just put it on airplane mode, like you won't get bothered. I was like, no, I'm good. And then I started doing my own research, and you can put music on there. Like, as long as you have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And it's connected to the charger, it'll sync to your phone, and you can put music from your phone. You can't put that much.
Yeah.
But you can put like a little playlist.
Because it's no different than like a tiny iPod, right?
For the most part, it's a tiny, like a cell phone. You can, if you have cellular, you can get like all your notifications. Mm-hmm. No matter how far you are away from your phone. But I wanted to be like, if I go for a run, which I hadn't done in a while, that I can still listen to music.
Yeah.
And not be bothered by a text message, a phone call, Snapchat, you know? Because I'm always, if I take my phone and I feel it vibrate, because I always got to hold it in my hand, you feel it vibrate, you look at it. You look at it, you got to, to me, that's just bothersome.
Yeah. And speaking of that, that's why I deleted minus Snapchat, all my social media. Because I was attached to my phone. Yeah. I was attached to it.
It's
addicting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How long did you work in sales?
Oh,
I don't know why I already know where this is going because I have it in my head, but I don't.
Where are you going? Let's just skip there.
Just go straight to it.
It was about 2 years.
Did everybody
2.5
show up on time when you worked at sales?
No, never. I've never worked a sales job. I'm lying to you. I did cars for about 2.5 years. As far as sales in general, I've done longer.
Well, like a car salesman.
No, never.
Really?
Never.
I've
never worked at a dealership where everyone showed up on time. ever.
Okay, so say your store opened up at 10.
Mm-hmm.
What time would everybody show up? What time would you show up?
Well, I always worked at bigger dealerships, so service was already there.
Okay.
So service gets there like at 8 or 7 in the morning, whatever time they get there. Sales doesn't get there till at least 2.5, 3 hours later.
Okay.
You get there when you get
Well,
there.
that's a whole different department.
Yeah.
But I mean,
what I'm saying is the dealership's already open.
Yeah.
So it's not like the salesmen were in charge of opening up the dealership.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, I get what you're saying now.
Nobody ever showed up on time, though. Ever. Managers were pretty good at it, but as far as salesmen...
Would you beat your manager there?
No.
Okay.
No, managers typically would always show up on time, but salesmen, who knows what time a salesman will get there?
Because I've always, oh man, I don't want to get into this, but like I said, I worked in the oil field before, doing this, and I worked with my dad, and I've had to be at work. Probably the earliest I've ever been at work was probably like 5:36.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably say about that time. Towards the time of me getting my DWI, but I would, no matter what time I got there, I would have never beat my manager to the office.
Yeah.
Never. Since working here at Fiesta, what day did I start? I can't remember what day I started, but I think that next day I opened up shop. No. There's usually a depending if he gets dropped off by his girlfriend or not. There's one other salesman that beats me, and there was another one that would show up around the same time I would, but she got transferred to like the whole finance part,
Mm-hmm.
which is on like 74th. But
She's cute. It's random.
Yeah, I'd say she is. But
Hesitated. I felt like that was a no.
well, because I was like, I really don't want to like get into that.
Why?
That's just confidential.
Why?
But
Are you dating her?
no.
Right, she's cute.
Is she? Wait, are we going back to this question? Yeah.
Yeah. Would you give her the time of day?
I don't know, man. To tell you the truth. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I probably would. But man, you done threw me off my whole game. But
So what I'm here to do, man. I'm here to test you.
damn. Oh, yeah. I opened up. Well, yeah. Me and that girl would show up around the same time. A dude would be, because we got to be there around 8:30. Just regular days. Friday we got to be there at 8 for like a sales meeting. I'd show up around like 7:30, 7:45. I beat my manager at the sales meeting. I was like, it just it bugs the crap out of me that I beat. There's been a salesman that works at our office for 4 years. I beat him since I've started. I've beaten him to the office every day.
I'll tell you this. What I have noticed about sales, unless you have an appointment with a customer, outside of that, punctuality is not important.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know why.
That bug coming from the environment of where if you don't show up on time, we don't really need you.
Yeah.
Or you don't show up on time, you can go home like you without pay. Or you don't show up on time and someone else is doing your job. They're gonna get that promotion before you, even if they haven't been there that long. It's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. Like I remember this dude. I was in a sour mood one morning, and that guy.
And I'm assuming he's one of the.
He's a dude that's been
one
there
of
for
the
like 4 years.
salesmen,
Yeah,
quote unquote better salesman.
yeah. I think he's like probably. Yeah, I'd say he's he's the better sales. He's probably like the best salesman. I mean, there's only
Right.
there was 6. Well, no, there was 5. Now there's 4. Because that girl left.
And the reason why I say that or guess that is because in the experiences I've had at these several different dealerships, 80% of the time, the better the car salesman, the more sense of entitlement he has for some reason.
Yeah, I would say he has like a sense of entitlement. But when he's like slow, like his slow days or his stuff's not working out, he's a crybaby. Yeah. Like he sits there and pouts. And I'm like bro, like get over it. But anyways, I was like having a sour day one day, and I can't remember what he had said something to me, or he was like smart. I was like, oh, you gonna sell a car today, Mingo? I was like, I don't know. He's like, come on, man, and like trying to play with me, but I like really wasn't having it that morning. I was like, oh man, he said something. I don't know, something about me not selling cars or something. I was like, well, if you show up on time. And he was like, what? I was like, if you show up on time. And he was like, he said something. It's like, oh, if you get a car sale. I was like, I mean, okay, cool. It hurt my feelings for the guy that barely just started selling vehicles ever in his life. But I could hear him because he's a loud guy. And he was just talking. And he was like, I remember him saying something like, oh, probably the first time you've been here on time. I was like, I want to go up like, dude, I've never seen you here before me. Like the first day, like my interview, I beat him. Like he wasn't even there when I went to go do my interview. I'm like, bro, like, I don't know. It just bugs the crap out of me that I beat the dude that's been there for 4 years. I beat my manager because I open up shop sometimes if that other salesman isn't there. And I'm just like, it's really, it's kind of like a downer. Like it's depressing. Yeah. I feel like, because I mean, I know I'm not a good salesman, but I feel like I care more about my bottom of the totem pole position than they care about being where they're at selling. Yeah. And all they can tell me is like, oh, well, you haven't sold enough. I'm like, okay. Like I didn't come from that. So, like, it doesn't bother me that I didn't sell or I don't sell. But I'm like, I don't know.
Do you see yourself staying there for a while?
No, I don't. No. Not at all. Probably once I get maybe like another job offer somewhere else, I'm probably going to take it. But I don't see myself staying there that long. But because oh my! I mean, unless they're like, "Hey, you want the manager position?" I'm like, "Yeah, I will." I already opened up shop. Might as well take it. Yeah. But I mean, I like everybody there, but it's just I'm like, dude, like it that really grinds my gears of just working there. I'm like, I don't know.
And car salesman's hours and just terrible. As far as you're probably working 6 days a week. That's just what it is. Mm-hmm. And if you get a day off, it's somewhere in the middle of the week. That's weird, like a Wednesday. You know what I mean? And it's just that's one of the main reasons why I really left. One, I stopped being because I felt that stigma of a car salesman always bothered me, and two, the work schedule. The car salesman work schedule just wasn't good for me. Yeah. At all.
Yeah, I'm already getting tired of it. The work schedule, because I work Monday through Saturday. I work Sundays sometime if I do the church.
Who's blowing you up over there?
Is Joe Montiel. Oh, Joe told me to tell fake Drake or broke Drake to go to Chances. That's where we're going. That's where I'm going after this.
I can't.
But yeah, like I've had like 2 days off maybe in the whole month that I started working there. That's not including Sunday. Sundays like everybody gets off, but yeah, actually I've had one Sunday off I think since I've started working there because I do the whole church thing too.
How was that?
I love it.
Really?
It's I talked to Christian about it last week, but it's super cool, dude, because doing it like I got to be there at 7:30. People beat me there, which is a cool feeling. I don't see that Monday through Saturday. Only, I'm probably going to bring that up a couple more times because that bugs me, dude. Because like I remember getting bitched out at in the oil field, like, hey, be here on time. You got to be there on time, or you're going to be late. You got to be there on time because somebody's bitching at me. They need the equipment here. They need it there at this time.
Would you do oil field again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably not what I can get right now, but like I really don't want to go work on the rigs. But I mean, if I did, I know they'd be there on time.
Yeah.
But
you have to be.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I would do oil field again. I was thinking I would probably stick with sales, but I mean, I thought I'd be better at it, to tell you the truth. But
It's like anything else, man. I mean, if you've never done it, how can you be good at it?
yeah, I mean that's true. But it's, man, just seeing, because people, I guess this is just like the clientele that we get to. Like, I'm just like, I don't really want to deal with these people that much anymore. Like I said, the coworkers I work with are cool. I like them. It's mostly that dude, that salesman, that just annoys the crap out of me. I guess he doesn't really annoy me that much, but he's kind of a loud talker.
Yeah.
And I told you today, he was like, yeah, you know, we need, because they were talking about hiring another person because that girl, like I said, got switched to the finance, and he was like, yeah, we need another salesman, and they were talking about, I guess this dude applied or something, and apparently he's been Tony Scary or what?
Oh yeah.
And apparently he's sold before. He has some experience, and they're like, yeah, he can probably get like, 7 to 8 cars a month. And I could hear him. He's like, yeah, me. We got Charles Barkley over here, and then the other dude that usually beats me sometimes. His name's Jason. Cool dude, cool cat from New York. He's pretty cool. But he was like, yeah, we got Charles Barkley, and then we got, I can't remember who he equated Jason to, and then another girl, Andrea, that works there. And then,
how old is he that he's calling himself Charles Barkley?
I don't know, but I could show you a picture of him after this. But and then he gets quiet and he like walks into because the manager's office, probably from here, probably to where your car is at, maybe a little bit closer. And like, he's just a loud dude, and he just gets quiet, and then all of a sudden he's walking out and he's like, I mean, I don't want to be mean, but it's the truth. And I'm like, I just know he's talking about me, but I'm like it more hurts my feelings because he's not big enough to tell, like, to say it out loud.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if you were to say it out loud, I'm like, okay, like, yeah, I suck. Like, I know I suck at car sales. Like, just say it out loud. You got what's the ball kid's name? Is he any good? The dude for the Lakers, the ball kid.
Oh yeah, Lonzo.
Yeah, is he any good?
Man, I don't watch any basketball.
Okay, I don't know who.
His dad said he's pretty good. But.
Yeah, but his dad's all of his kids are great. I don't know, but it's like that the big kid, like, you don't really want to pick to be on your kickball team.
Yeah.
But he ends up on your team. But I mean, like, you got to play with him, just kind of utilize him to his strengths or something. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. That dude I'm just like, dude, just say it out loud. Like, I don't care. Like, I know I suck at selling cars. I've sold 1.5 this month since I've been here. And I don't know. He just bugs the crap out of me with stuff like that. And he always takes his personal stuff to work. Like, I'm like, bruh, he argued with his girlfriend. I think he called her a whore, like, on the phone. Like, everybody in the office could hear. I'm like, bruh, like, leave that at home.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to hear you talking to your girlfriend or wife. I don't know what he has. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like, dude, you've been here for 4 years. You better outsell everybody.
Yeah.
But you better hope the new guy that comes in can't outsell you in his first month. So, I don't know. I'm just not a sales guy. But that dude just bugs me.
Sales isn't for everybody. And, I mean, hell, a lot of people don't like sales because it's not a guaranteed paycheck. that's just what it is. And you come from the oil field where you kind of have an idea of what you're going to get.
Yeah. I come from, you show up on time, you put in work, and you kind of see what you put in. Like Walmart, I could see what I put in. Like when you weren't around and we didn't walk around the whole time. Like with Nedra, like I hated her at the time. I did, but now I'm just like, I can respect her, like looking back, because she made me work. Like she was a manager.
Right.
Like she got me to do, so much stuff. And I was like, man, I do not want to do this work. But I mean,
as a 19, 20-year-old kid though, we hated her.
Oh yeah.
But looking back on it, like you said, being older, we understand it.
And it wasn't because she was a woman. Because I worked under my aunt in the oil field. And I mean, she's a woman. Like I've worked.
You don't like women in power, do you?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah. It's not the face you're making right now. You're winking at me as you say
There's nobody like no one's gonna see a video of me not winking at you. But I mean, people. I don't know who all listen to this, but I don't want them to be like, oh, it's because she's a woman. I'm like, no, that's not it. I've worked under women before, and I
feel like the fact that she had to state that it was a woman, it does bother you that it was a woman.
Okay, reverse psychology. Like you made me think, like, do I hate women in power? But no, it's. Oh my goodness, it's just. I don't know. I still get irritated. Unlocking the doors at work. I'm like, dude, like, how has a manager not done this yet?
Yeah.
And then it just got to where I'm just like, I'm slowly starting to give up, I think. Like today I showed up 8:32. Like, I don't know if it was me like trying to jab back, but I mean, it didn't really work. But I get those. I hate the feeling of where I'm laying in bed for like a good 20, 25 minutes. Like, I don't want to go to work.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't sell a car. It's just that, I mean, I just feel like nobody...
You hate your environment.
Yeah. I would... Yeah, I'll go with that. Like, I don't hate the people, but it's just... I guess... I don't know. Maybe mentally. Maybe?
I think you feel like there's almost... Even if it's that one person, it builds a negative energy for you. You just don't want to be around it.
Yeah. I would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, everybody else I like... That me and that girl were like became like best friends, and she left.
Were you digging her?
But I mean,
you got her number.
We were cool.
Do you have her number?
We were cool. That's confidential. That's confidential.
Have you taken her on a date?
That's confidential.
If you haven't, why haven't you?
That's confidential.
Scared?
It's confidential. I don't talk about my person. When's the last time
Do you not like women?
Oh my god! I'm about to just turn this off,
So
bro.
it's a legitimate question.
What?
Do you like women?
Yeah.
All right. She's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're friends.
We still are friends.
You may or may not have her number. If you do, have you used it?
I'm not gonna go into any farther than that, but she helped me like at work. She was cool, but it was just...
How old is she?
How old is she? I don't know.
If you had to guess. Range.
She told me one time, like 31, 32-ish, I think.
Okay. So they're about the same age?
Yeah. But,
why are you sweating over there?
I'm not sweating.
Some armpit stains.
I'm kind of cold, actually. And it's a black shirt. It's a black shirt, but it's
I'm trying to create a visual effect for everyone else that can't see you.
I know. Excuse me. I forgot what. Oh, and then she left. Like we'd kind of like when she was going outside to help customers, we'd kind of like joke, like just throw jabs at each other and stuff. And then she left, so that aspect of my daily work life is gone. And then so I kind of, sit there, try to get customers on Facebook, which are the worst. Everybody's like, oh, I do, because I always put like, we help rebuild credit, help get your credit going and stuff. And they're like, oh, who do you work for? I'm like, Fiesta. They're like, oh, okay, thanks. Like, all right. Do you need help with anything? No, I'm good. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, I'm not very happy with my work environment. And I always like, towards the end of the day, I guess it's like my energy boost. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sell a car tomorrow. And then I wake up, I'm like, I already know I'm going to beat everybody there.
So it's just a vicious circle, is what you're telling me. It's
yeah.
a cycle.
It's just like, I wake up, I'm like, I don't want to go. I end up going, unlocking the doors. And then I'm just like, what am I doing here?
On a quick side note, this Bang, the energy drink.
Is it helping you out?
No. I'm more tired now that I drank it.
But it's delicious though, right?
This lemon drop sweet tea was delicious.
I told you, it's good.
But I am honestly I think that's fair to say. I am more tired after I drank it than where I was before.
I don't know about that. I don't even remember what we were saying before that, or what I was
garbage.
saying. Which I think I've eaten up most of the time on this podcast.
Without a shadow of a doubt, you had to vent. Sometimes that's what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, I've vented to Monster's girlfriend Lily. I've vented to you. Really about it, I think.
Now to the podcast.
Oh yeah, now to the podcast. I think I was more optimistic last week talking about it, but I don't know. I don't talk about it anymore because I'm just sitting here getting frustrated, wanting to go to sleep, and
it's just being a negative Nancy over there.
Well, because would that not, if you started a new job, not knowing really what to expect, because I've never been in sales, like you, when you started oil field, did you know what to expect?
Not at all.
Not at all. So what would you do if the people that trained you, because I haven't really been trained. They're like, hey, go make some Facebook posts. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you were trained or not or whatever.
The job training I had as a car salesman there was no, hey, this is how you should do things, as much as it was, as I did things, they're like, you did this wrong and you could have done this better. And things that I kind of picked up from other car salesmen, that things I saw that worked for them, and kind of tweaked it to where it was my own.
Like it fit your personality.
Right.
Yeah.
Things, I heard them say that I was like, oh, I like that. But I just tweaked it to the way, it would fit me, where it sounded authentic. It was more on the job training than it was, this is how you should do things. Because it's not a real blueprint for everybody, because everyone's a little different.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. It's as far as the experience I had.
Yeah.
So.
And that's what they tell me. And I try. But, I mean, it's like me going to watch somebody. Like, me, I guess I learned more hands-on. And it's, like, I don't know. Like, it's hard to learn hands-on when it's, like, not an actual hands-on job, I guess. Something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird.
As a car salesman, this is going to sound bad, but I feel like as a car salesman, the nicer and bigger conscience you have, the harder it is to be a car salesman.
I can see that.
Because a lot of times you do have to be pushy with certain customers. You do have to there are customers you kind of got to guide, and they may not like the guidance, but it may be the best thing for them. And you see that they're kind of uneasy with that, and so you're like, and you want to step back. And that small step back is what lets them out the door. But it's your conscience that gets you.
Yeah.
And it's almost bad to say that sometimes you got to check that a little bit at the door.
And I always question the people's conscience, that because like our first meeting, they said one of the new guys from like the other location sold like 8 probably about 8 to 10 vehicles, like his first 2 weeks on the job or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't. It just like makes me think like, how did you put so many people in vehicles? Me knowing like what we have on our lot, like I mean, I can see people doing that. It's just I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to spit it out, but it's like being well, I guess because I'm talking from my experience, like being new, like how are you like talking to people like about their money, finances, and like what they can afford, and putting them in stuff, maybe not knowing their full story and seeing if they can actually afford it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, you like being a car salesman, me, from my experience, you know just pretty much what they tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't. And I've never told the full story on like just when people ask me about stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'll fabricate it. I will fabricate the story in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
You could talk to 5 different people and they'll all tell you a different story about me, and they'll all have a different opinion of who I am. I mean,
Yeah.
It's just, so I mean, everyone's a little different, and I use that example because, I started doing Uber, so I kind of have fun with it. I'm a different person.
Oh, what did I call it? Uber stories?
Uber stories.
Uber Chronicles.
Yeah. No, what did you call it?
No, but I just thought of Uber Chronicles. The Uber tabloid? No, I think it was Uber Stories.
No,
it was something like that.
It was a little catchier, or what you called it.
I don't know, but anyways, Fernando's gonna do Uber, and he's thinking of doing like 10-15 minute.
Yeah, little Uber
stories.
Chronicles. I've really done it one full night. I did it on Saturday, which is kind of, we live in a college town, Texas Tech, which is a drinking night for all the college kids, and it was interesting to say the least.
Are you gonna work Saturday when the Tech game's here?
I won't work this Saturday because I'm going back early to work on Sunday, so I'm gonna spend that.
That sucks.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spend that night, at home.
Yeah.
Just because I'm about to go back to work already. But I'm gonna do tonight, which is a drinking night for the college kids on Thursday. I'm gonna do tomorrow night on Friday. So if it's anything like my first night, I'm pretty sure I'll have a good 15-20 minutes worth of good stories.
Do you have like a maybe like a hobby or something that you like doing? Because I don't know what you think about your job or your work. Like, I don't know if you like it or not, but but do you have something to like offset? Like, you maybe say you hate your job, you have something like to offset that hate of jobness?
Man, really the only thing I do semi-consistently, not as consistent as I should be, but more consistent than your average Joe, pointing at you, Joe, is go to the gym. But what I'm about to start doing is, again, my son does jiu-jitsu and all that jazz. I'm about to start doing jiu-jitsu as well. Like I said, I've done it before, and I don't know if you ever tried it, but it's pretty good release.
I don't think I have, really. Not jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I did karate. I don't know if is that its own form? It is, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I did karate, I don't know for how long back in the day. I think I lived in Houston when I did it. But I don't know. I can't remember how.
During the summer, I go hiking. I can't say it's a hobby, but not something I do a lot.
But like,
I enjoyed that.
I was just wondering because like this, I enjoy podcasting. I mean, because it's just we've talked for an hour.
Yeah.
And the church thing is what I was telling you about earlier. I enjoy doing that too. That's an experience, bro. I don't know if you.
What is it that you enjoy about it?
It's Oh yeah, because I went back to.
Is it your actual work, or is it your?
It's both. I mean, I enjoy doing it. It's hard because people want like a certain sound, and I'm not up to par with knowing like how to do certain sounds. How to EQ everything. But once you get everything going, and working at the Dream Center, which is down in like the close to the depot area, it's cool because you do it. And it's like a concert, you see everybody like getting into the music and singing and stuff. and knowing that I'm the dude that's behind the audio, like nobody's gonna be like, "Hey, Domingo, yeah,
why don't you be a DJ?"
Because I don't want to be on the ones and twos. I wouldn't mind doing like a radio thing.
Yeah,
that'd
like,
be neat.
Like DJ Khaled, you could be.
Yeah, but I don't know.
DJ Sunday.
I could, but it's like, and what I started doing like mid worship, because they play like 3 or 4 songs. I'll get off to the side, and like I'll just watch everybody like sing back to the people on stage singing. Mm-hmm. That's the coolest thing ever. Yeah. Like you see people like jumping up to the music and like actually like getting into the song. That's like super neat, dude.
Like an EDM or whatever they call it, DJ. What's his name? Aoki or whatever.
Oh, karaoke?
No,
I don't know.
The Asian.
It's like Steve.
Dude.
It's like Steve Aoki or something.
Whatever.
Like that. Yeah.
That's kind of way on a small scale what you're doing.
Yeah, but he does his own, like he makes his own beats and stuff.
Yeah. Still, how cool would that be?
That would be super cool.
I think you would get that same thrill.
Yeah, in a, I don't know actually. I mean, I guess if I made the music, I'd probably get like a huge thrill.
Yeah.
But I just think it's super cool watching people sing back to the people on stage.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Can you imagine?
Especially 15,000 people.
Yeah, like if you got
singing
big,
back. Oh, that would be super neat.
Like I don't know the path or the route that you take to do that, but
yeah. But yeah, that's really like the biggest part I enjoy about
seeing the actual enjoyment and thrill in other people. Yeah.
And it's like, because I've never been like a church going person, but watching people, like I said, sing back to the people on stage. That's a cool moment, and it makes me feel it makes me feel good about myself, because I think I'm putting on a good show.
Yeah. But
really, it's like the people on stage putting on the show. I'm just the one making their show louder, I guess.
I have to disagree with you on that. Reason being, I promise you, if you take away the music, that's a completely different tone. Music has a way of capturing people. It can make you feel mad, feel sad, feel happy. It just has a way of influencing people.
Yeah.
So if you take away what you do, it's a completely different mode.
Well, I'm just the one making sure like their microphones come through the speakers. Mm. I'm not the one.
So you're not controlling the music?
No.
Okay.
Like we actually have like a drummer. Mm-hmm. We have electric bass guitar. We have an acoustic.
So you're just basically enhancing everything.
Yeah, I'm just like the enhancer, making sure everybody.
I thought you were like a DJ back then.
No, sir.
You're not DJ.
It's me actually making sure all the microphones work, pretty much.
So you're the audio.
Yeah, I'm an audio engineer. Really, it's just freaking neat.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could be up there. I mean, I don't really wish I could be up there singing and stuff. I'm way too like. I think I have stage fright.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
You should really look into doing the whole EDM music thing. I think you would love it.
I don't know. I don't like that music in general.
Like now, but if you were doing it and you saw the reaction in other people, I think you would. I'm not gonna say you like the music, but you would find an appreciation for the music because of how it would make other people feel.
And I mean, I'm not dogging it. It's just not for me. But I think if I wouldn't like the whole process of making the beat.
How do you know?
Because I get bored. I think I would get bored. I get bored listening to, or like doing the sound check. Mm-hmm. Because they sing, and then they got to redo like the bridge of a song over.
Right.
Because somebody forgot something. I get bored during that part, but like once everybody starts coming in and cheering and everything, I'm like, okay, this is cool.
But you got to remember, this is your own unique art. It's your own unique sound that you're making. It's not, you're not relying on, X, Y, and Z, drummer, singer, yada, yada.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
So I think at first it would be
probably hard to get started.
Right. But once you kind of get, things moving, I think you'd enjoy it.
That's what this is, my podcast.
Yeah.
It's more because I don't think I'm creative musically. Mm-hmm. Like I can probably pick up a piece of sheet music and maybe a cornet
Yeah.
and learn how to play it.
Or like you can't outplay me on the trumpet, but
I can outplay on the trumpet. Not freestyle. Like I can't do. I don't think mentally I can do what Miles Davis and like Dizzy Gillespie did.
yeah, like me.
Like just freestyle.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, you can't freestyle on a trumpet.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like I don't want to say I can't, because I mean, I don't know if it's a learned skill or not. Just to freestyle.
But like most things are a learned skill. I don't know.
Well, I guess like freestyling, like word wise.
Yeah.
I think you're always going to be creative, but like just knowing how to rhyme words.
No, like a wordsmith, like Eminem or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's.
Not Joe,
I don't want to say that's
not Budden.
I don't want to say that's not a learned skill. That's more.
Just gonna skip around that, huh?
Like, yeah, because I don't need to get on that discussion either. But that's more like
better.
knowing what words rhyme and like what words is a synonym for like the original word you're trying to use.
All right. And it kind of like one of the things I like about Eminem is he'll have. I'm just gonna get on the phone while I'm talking, huh? I need the listeners to know the host is rude.
Yeah. Okay. What about Eminem? Mm-hmm. This is what you like about Eminem.
Well, he'll hit certain, there's certain bars where it almost tells a story in 2 or 3 bars, and not only is he a wordsmith in the way he rhymes it, but it almost has a backstory on the things that he says. Like he did one, I don't remember the song.
Toy Soldiers. Where he puts a word on each drum beat, like each snare drum.
Well, no, that's not what I'm talking about. That in itself is.
And unique. I never knew that until I seen like a documentary of him talking about it, and I was like, and I listened to it, I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, he's so creative in the things he does, and you don't even know it. Until someone explains, that he did this or that. I don't know. He's so next level. We can't even understand it until he decides, or someone smarter than us decides to explain it.
Yeah,
so I can appreciate that.
Have you? Because I love Eminem. Have you listened to those or watched those interviews with Sway? That third part's coming out. It's supposed to be out early.
I watched it right before I came.
Okay, don't tell me about it.
Yeah.
What do you think about him talking about MGK, MKG, MGK,
MGK?
Or what he said about MGK.
I understand where he's coming from in the aspect of why he hasn't gone back at him. Because it's like he said, if he shoots back at him and then say Drake comes at him, then he'll shoot back at Drake. Say Lil
Drake won't.
Agreed. Say
you can say Budden. Budden probably be the only dude lyrically enough to go up against him. He's not gonna win, but lyrically, with the pen and pencil, with the pen and pad, it's like it would be like Iron Man going up against. Well, like Iron Man going up against Thanos. It's like his pen and pad game's good enough to keep him in the game, but he's not strong enough to win. It's like Iron Man's suit kept him in the game. The top of the line suit Tony Stark come up with.
No, what kept him in the game was the writers didn't want to kill Tony. That's what kept him in the game.
No, what kept him in the game is the fans loving Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man.
And that's why the writers didn't want to kill him.
Like, they're still surfing that Iron Man wave.
Yeah. Well, I mean, RDJ's RDJ. Did Iron Man take him to the next level? 110%.
Oh, yeah.
We can't even argue that. But
Iron Man shot him to the moon.
Well, what it did is just highlighted his personality more, because he is Tony. I mean, they're synonymous now. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
So that's what helped him. It's when people saw him shine on that, they're like, dang. He would be a good Sherlock Holmes. He would be. I don't know if you saw The Judge. He would be a good actor for The Judge. They could play to his character.
Him and his wife's production company did The Judge.
Really?
Or I don't know if it's just the wives, but they were looking for an actor to do it, and I think his wife was like, "Hey, you'd be good for this part."
Yeah.
And,
I just respect his story, because he had a fucked up life. drug addict, all this jazz, and to be, one of the most famous actors, of our time right now, at least.
Oh yeah, I like, that's what I love about RDJ. Everybody's just like, oh, you're just an Iron Man fan. I mean, yeah, he portrays a great Tony Stark, but like Tim Allen's the same way.
Yeah.
They got in trouble, they redeemed themselves, and I mean, yeah, RDJ didn't grow up poor, and he had more than one chance. But he finally redeemed himself, and now he's the RDJ we all know now.
I just can appreciate hard work. Like, I just was seeing a thing of...
and they probably show up on time.
Speaking of on time, even before on time, what is his name? Pain and Gain with The Rock.
Exhibit?
No.
Oh, Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
What movie has The Rock and Exhibit? It's that football.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember, but we're on the same page.
Anyways, Mark Wahlberg wakes up at 2:30 in the morning
to work out at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see his Snapchats.
2:30
he annoys me
in the morning. That makes me feel like I'm such a lazy piece of shit.
Dude, I don't know if you still have Snapchat. There's this dude named Gary V.
Yeah, I know Gary V. Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah, he's great at like.
I have a love-hate relationship with Gary V.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? Oh, why do you hate him?
I shouldn't say hate.
Or why do you dislike him, I guess?
And I dislike. I have to take Gary Vee in small doses. I used to love Gary Vee, but the more you follow Gary Vee, the more you will realize he reiterates the same stuff over and over. Well, but I mean, that success in itself is repetition, of doing the right things. And so I understand why he says it, but I don't need to hear it all the time. You know what I mean? And so I like Gary Vee. Gary Vee gives a good message. I can appreciate anyone that gives a good message, that's giving you good information. But I can only take Gary in small doses. Doses. Yeah. He's
probably never going to hear this, but there was one post that he put. It was on Facebook, and it said, "Stop scrolling, get to work." And I was like,
"Yeah,
you right." And then I liked it, and I just closed down Facebook and actually got to work. Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, I was back on Facebook probably like 10, 15 minutes later.
And that's why I deleted my social media for the most part, man, is I'm not disciplined enough right now to just... I understand right now for the podcast, it's a platform you can use, you know. But I don't have that.
But it's also hard for me because, like, I use it not just for the podcast, but, like, selling. I mean, I'm not good at selling cars yet, but like I use that
for marketing.
Yeah, for marketing.
Right. That's what I mean. It's a platform for you. It's not a platform for me. It's entertainment.
Yeah.
And that's fine if I use it whenever.
Sparingly.
There you go. Sparingly. But it consumed me.
Yeah.
I was always on Instagram. I was never on Facebook, but Instagram consumed my life. So I was like, man, I got to get rid of this.
Yeah,
so I've actually started reading more now that I've stopped that. So
it's hard, like, because I've noticed it too. Like I didn't delete my Facebook, but I deleted the Facebook app. I was like, you know what? I won't be on it as much because I won't want to go to Safari.
Yeah.
Type in Facebook, log in. No.
Yeah.
It hindered me sometimes. I was like, no, I don't feel like doing that. But I mean, most of the time I would just be on Facebook, going through it, but like through the what is through Safari, through like the actual internet, app, and it's just I was like, I don't know. Social media is so intertwined nowadays with everything. Like it's just unless you're stuck with a pencil and a piece of paper. I mean. That's the only way to get out of social media.
Yeah.
Because everything has social media. If it's like that bottle of water, there's nothing social media about it unless it has one of those QR codes.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I don't want to say that's social media, but you can scan it, see what's all in it. And then it's like, you're back using your phone.
Yeah.
They just put everything on the water bottle.
You know who Elon Musk is, right?
Oh yeah, he's a Tony Stark of real life.
Fair enough. It's a fair comparison. He calls us cyborgs. Pretty sure that's the term he used. Because we are all intertwined with our phone. We have almost any and every answer we need right here. For everyone that can't see me, obviously. I'm holding my phone in my hand.
Yeah.
This is as attached to us as just about anything can be. When are you without your phone? Never.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are, you're freaking out.
Yeah, because you don't know where it's at and you lost it.
Right. Because it does everything for us.
Yeah.
It's everything.
Like, I read something somewhere where, like, now, like, because back in the day, I'm, 29, you're, 27?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, we had, me, because I'm the only child, I had, like, I probably had, like, 3 or 4 best friends, had all their numbers memorized. Now, I have my own cell phone number memorized, and that's it.
Yeah. Same.
Like, I have 2 dogs. I know one's 5. Rambo, he's about to be 3. My, like, birthdays, I remember, like, the close people that I have. Or that I talk to all the time. I remember their birthdays. But most of the time, the birthdays, I just get from Facebook. Everybody's. Yeah. I mean, I'll tell them on Facebook. But I think, and even now, I know a call's, like, probably, in person's, like, the best way to tell somebody happy birthday, I think. Then it goes phone call, text message. Well, I think text message and phone call are kind of, like, intertwined nowadays because nobody really answers phones anymore.
I hate text message. I hate text messaging. Oh, scratch that. I don't like text messaging whenever you're going to send me 20 different texts that we could have had a 3-minute conversation and got it out the way.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to tell me happy birthday, cool. I'm fine with that. But don't sit here and have a whole conversation with me through text. Just call me. Tell me what you got to tell me, and boom, that's it.
Yeah, I see that.
Maybe I'm old school.
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, that's just what. Like me, I'm kind of the same way. Sometimes, like, I got to be in the mood to, like, want to text. I mean, if I don't like the person, I really don't want to text you. I don't. That's just it. But if I like you, I can text you all day.
Yeah.
There's times I'm like, I don't feel like. If you text back fucking quick, and I just set my phone down, you probably won't get a message probably about for like 2 or 3 minutes because I'm like, I don't want to answer my phone just yet.
How dare you use it the way it's supposed to be used? Huh?
Because even now, you can have it because I have a MacBook. You can have it
notify
your messages.
Yeah. And
you can answer back from your computer.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. It's just weird how everything's intertwined, dude.
Yeah. But I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, and it's just getting more and more intertwined.
I seen a picture, and this is like, I think this really
saw a picture.
This really defines how, I wouldn't say everybody, but how most of the people are nowadays. I think, because I think we're getting to a place to where most people don't have manners or just want to talk to anybody.
I disagree.
Well, I say most people, but mostly people that shop at Walmart. But there was a picture, like, somebody's, like, drowning and they have their hand out of the water. You've probably seen it. And, like, everybody's on shore with their phones recording. Yeah. And I'm like, that's literally, I think, what we're in now.
Yeah.
Because of World Star.
Yeah.
Because of Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants to.
Everyone's a reporter now.
Yeah. Everybody wants to be Peter Parker, but nobody wants to be Spider-Man.
I actually like that.
Right?
I like that.
Right? I just thought of that. Thought of that.
That's good.
But I'm just like, man, it's weird. And I don't take, like, selfies or pictures.
Yeah.
I'd say I'd rather live in the moment, but I just really don't want to pick up my phone. I think it's awkward.
Yeah.
To, like, put your phone in somebody's face.
But
I'll take a picture with somebody, but I don't want to. I don't know. I was like, yeah, just send me the picture. Be all right.
We're going to have to wrap this up pretty quick, man.
That bang hitting, you got to go work out again? That's understandable.
The bang is not hitting, but I got to get rolling. Got to create some moments for this Uber stories.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're about to do Uber. But okay. Yeah, I mean, we're an hour 20 in.
So
it doesn't seem like that long. But
no, man. We
had vented for like the first
for a good hour and 10 minutes.
See, we're on the same wavelength right now. But
or we just experienced the same moment. I don't know. That's just me though.
I think I just said Uber stories. Uber Chronicles?
No, you called it
know.
something. I don't remember what you called it,
We'll
though.
think about it. It's trademarked. I'll get the paperwork in. I'll let you know. And you can't use it, or you owe me like 10 grand or something. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But, all right, bro. Yeah, I mean, that's all I got. That's all you got?
Man.
You got to wrap it up anyways.
Yeah, I'm about to go hit the mean streets of Lubbock, see what it has for me. Hopefully,
I'm still digging my Spider-Man line.
I like this. I liked it.
But thank you for everybody listening. If you're not listening, I mean, listen. I don't know. Yeah. I'll stay with that. I mean, yeah. Anyways, y'all have a good weekend. This comes out. What's tomorrow? 19th. What?
13th.
No, the
Wow.
13th. The 13th at noon. So I'm saying this, and it's already out. So, anyways, everybody have a good weekend. Keep it 100. You want to say something? Plug something?
I'll be back with some stories.
All right. The Uber Chronicles coming at you soon. Hopefully, y'all be good. See ya.